What's up, goodies? Welcome back to your girl channel and to my kitchen, How to Cook. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back to the channel. It's a blessing for having you right back here. Now, today we're making Jamaican style jerk chicken pizza in the kitchen, fast, easy, and simple. So if you're ready to cook this one, guess what? Come on, let's cook. Alright, goodies, let's cook. Now we have our all-purpose flour here. To the all-purpose flour, we're going to add some yeast. We're going to add some warm water to activate the yeast, a little bit of salt for sure, and we're adding white sugar to it. Now I'm also going to be adding some oil. Now the oil of choice, I'm using vegetable oil. Know that the vegetable oil can always be substituted. Let's go ahead and get this dough together. Fast, easy, and simple. Now to the flour, you want to go in and add your yeast. I'm using fast rising yeast here. Adding the salt, adding the white sugar to it, and give it all a good combination spin here. Now after I did that, that's when I went in and add the oil, the cooking oil, the vegetable oil, you guys. Now after that was all mixed in together, you want to activate the yeast, so you have to make sure that your water is very warm, not hot, because you will kill the yeast if it's hot. Just a nice level of temperature, warm. Okay, now then I went in and add a little bit of oil to soften up the dough, so that way when the dough rise, it will give it an additional expanding to rise really big. Now to let it not stick, I did go in and add a little bit of oil in the container that I used to mix it in, and then go in and place the dough in. Now when you want your dough to rise really good, you want to cover it up nice like so, and put it in an area where it's either dark or just nothing much going on there. You want it to be warm, okay, and so that the dough will rise perfectly. Now moving along, I'm going to make our paste for our pizza. So I'm using tomato paste, and I'm using tomatoes here, but the tomato in the can. Now as far as my chicken is concerned, we're going with the chicken thighs. The chicken thighs is the most tenderest part of the chicken when you're doing certain type of a recipe such as this one. So that's why we're using that. You want to cut it up in pieces that you like, just to make it your own. Your tomato is ready. I'm using the canned one because it's going to give it more flavor to the pizza. We're using parsley, garlic, and we're using jerk season. I'm using one in the can, you guys. You could make it if you like. And then I'm using a little bit of salt here, some chicken season, and some all-purpose seasoning. And that is all we're going to be doing here for the recipe, okay? Now the very first thing you want to do next is season your chicken, right? So we're just going to go in and add our seasonings of choice. And you could always substitute the seasonings that I use here. Make it the way that you like it. That's it. Now the next step, you're going to go in and you're going to cook up those chicken, right? Now you don't want to overcook it, because remember it's going in the oven. So in the pot, we added some oil, added the garlic, then you're going to add your chicken pieces in. And after you add your chicken pieces in, you add your jerk seasoning, you guys. And again, a lot of you do not like the bottle jerk. Always make your own. I do have a recipe where I show you how to make jerk seasoning from scratch, okay? Now this will only go for about 5 to 10 minutes, you guys, nothing more than that. You just want to combine these flavors together, and then you turn your heat off. Now the next thing you want to do is get the paste ready. And again, you don't have to do it stovetop. You could always put it in a container and combine all of all of that together, and then go ahead and do it. But for me, I like to do it this way because I find that it has really, really great flavor when I do it this way. Went ahead and added some oil, added the paste, added the tomatoes, and added some dried parsley. And you could add fresh parsley if you like. Give it a nice little spin for about 5 minutes. Mine was a little bit too thick, so I just kind of loosened up with just a little bit of the water, and that was fine. I took it off the heat and I was ready to go, okay? Perfect. Very fast, very easy, and very simple. Now we're going to go ahead and get our pizza ready. So my pizza pan here is really affordable, you guys. I bought it in the dollar store for $1.25. That's all I paid. Perfect. And now what I'm doing here, I don't want my pizza to stick once I get starting to cut it when it's done in the oven. So I'm using my non-stick cooking spray here, and the one that I'm using here is the coconut one. It's really, really good and also cheap and affordable. Now, while that is done, my dough is ready. As you can see how it rises nice, and just like that you want it to look, right? Now, all you have to do here is give it a nice little punch in. This is how you know that your dough is a perfection, all right? Perfection. Now, this dough is going to make me 2 pizza, but I'm going to show you guys 1 for sure, okay? So we're going to make 2 pizza out of this dough. And if you want to make a really extra large pizza, you could always go ahead and use the entire dough. Your choice. Now, on my pizza pan, all I'm doing here is just releasing the dough and stretch it out, and then bring it all the way out to the end, just like so. It's very simple. And now, for me, when I'm doing my pizza, I like to always put a little bit of that cheesy stuff on bottom first, and then I go ahead and put the paste on, and then I go ahead and put my mozzarella cheese on, and you can always substitute the cheese of choice here. And then I go in and add the jerk on there, okay? The jerk chicken on there, just like so. And I'm going to make it very simple, just by adding a little bit of green sweet pepper. You could add red, you could add yellow, you could add anything. You could add even more veggies if you want, but that was good. Put it in the preheated oven, bake at 400 for 15 to 20 minutes, and when you come back, this is what you have. Perfect, fast, easy, and simple Jamaican style jerk chicken. Pizza every time in the kitchen straight. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Tell me what you want to see me cook next. Bring them, come and send them, come. I'm waiting. I want to get done doing that. Tell me what you want to see me cook next in my kitchen. And remember, as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen. Enjoy.